what's up, everyone? I'm Alex Warren, and welcome to Locked In. In this show, we investigate the truth behind the clickbait. Okay. Once my guest steps into the studio, we set the timer to 60 minutes, lock the door, and throw away the key.
What?
The only way out is when the timer hits 0. On this episode, we have Lexi Hensler locked in.
Well, now I see why you didn't give me any information.
So, a little bit of preface here. I have a dossier on you, pretty much stuff that my team and producers has looked into you, so I have a lot of information about you to help this out. Also, on that topic as well, in every single podcast, I like to set a crime and kind of find you guilty or not guilty by the end of the 60 minutes. Today, Lexi's crime is you were caught with a very detailed plans for plotting a heinous crime video for your YouTube channel. How many crimes can I commit in 24 hours? We're talking backpack full of explosives level of planning. The answer? All of them. That is your crime, is you have committed those.
Wait, what?
Yeah. So.
What?
Yeah. So throughout this entire.
What's going on right now? I thought we were just going to talk about like deep shit and like.
Sure. Yeah. No, but at the end of it, you know, there's still an investigation going on.
I was never planning that video though.
Yeah. No, you weren't?
Not guilty.
You're pleading not guilty already?
I am.
Okay. Well, welcome to the podcast, or investigation, as I like to call it.
I don't feel welcome.
That's good. Okay. No, I like to keep you on your toes. Have you noticed the chair you're sitting in doesn't have a backrest either?
Yeah.
To make you uncomfortable.
Okay, great.
Do you feel uncomfortable?
I don't think I needed help with that.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I do.
All right, awesome. Well, welcome. I wish you guys, if you guys aren't watching video and you're just tuning into audio, Lexi's face is a lot of distraught.
Priceless.
Something is, I've known Lexi for a good amount of time now. Our dogs have play dates. We all have Australian Shepherds, and my girlfriend and Lexi are very similar people to the point where it scares the fuck out of me. That is something where Lexi is very, very good friends with me.
What's better than one covers?
Two covers.
Two covers.
Yeah, exactly. You're also one of the people who are responsible for a lot of the animals I have in my house because according to Cover, she reaches out to you before she buys every single one.
Yes.
And then you give the okay.
Well, exactly, because I can go hang out with the animals but not take care of them.
Yeah. Guess who has to take fucking care of them?
I have never seen you take care of an animal. I feel like it's always Cover.
No, that's fucked up. That is fucked up. Okay, so you are a part of the group that I know as AMP, correct?
Okay.
Is that a yes?
Sure.
Okay. Yeah, that's cool. How do you like it?
What part?
AMP. How do you like it?
Oh, it's chill.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What's it like?
Oh.
I'm just staring at Lexi like, what the fuck are you saying?
I'm sweating, and you need to be more specific.
Oh,
But,
I'm sorry. Are you nervous?
What?
Are you,
Yeah.
okay.
I thought we established that.
No, yeah.
I feel like uncomfortability comes with nervousness. Anyways, it's chill.
I fucking hate you.
You love me. I feel like every time he says I hate you, I just know exactly that in your head you're like, I love you so much.
Yeah.
Anywho, it's great.
Okay.
It's been a few years now. It's flown by.
Yeah.
I've learned so much. I've grown a lot as a person. I've like had the opportunity to like have that kind of support where, you know, if I'm struggling with my content, with my views, like there's other people kind of around me, which is cool. And honestly, like I think the biggest thing I'm grateful for with AMP is like meeting Pierson and having her as a best friend through this whole journey, because sometimes it's hard to know what you're going through in this world because it all looks like a unicorn is like shitting rainbows out of its ass the whole time.
Love that analogy.
But yeah, and sometimes it's really fucking hard, and it's really nice to have someone to lean on.
Yeah, I mean, what I've noticed with the time that I've spent with you is you are very, very genuine, authentic, and something that I've realized, and it's something that I don't know if you want to talk about, something with your content opposed to who you are as a person. And is it something where it's like, you know, you do make child-friendly content? I don't think that's like kind of a secret, but it's like, is that something where you, evidently, I was talking to Pierson, she's trying to kind of make more mature and edgy content as well. Is that something that you're evidently trying to get to? Yeah,
I mean, I think starting out, because I started out in AMP learning directly from the members of AMP. Mm-hmm. So obviously I was like, oh, like gotta be super PG, like this is what works. And, you know, I do try to be as authentic as I can be, which I also want that to come through online, which is why, you know, especially if I'm in other people's videos, I'm very authentically myself, but I definitely do want to like get a little more edgier without being like, I guess, rude to the people who already do follow me, because, you know, those younger kids that are watching me, if I were to one day just start like going ham, like I think that'd be a little much. So, you know, finding that like nice balance where it's still like friendly enough that you're not excluding a group of people.
Right.
But yeah, I think Mr. Beast does a good job at that, where it's like
100%.
anyone, any age could watch him.
Exactly. Is that what you want? Like at the end of the day, just anyone at any age could watch, or are you kind of looking to make content more towards yourself?
Yeah, I mean, why I got into content before content acting is because I loved like expressing myself. I loved the creativity. But one of the biggest things is like I love how when you're watching a piece of content, like it takes you away from what you're currently going through in your life. You know, whether it was like me laying in a hospital bed at 17, me crying in my bathroom at 13, like I could like turn on a video and it would kind of just distract me and make me laugh, make me cry, make me feel a certain emotion. And like being able to create that for other people has like always been something I love and enjoy. So
why did you lay in a hospital bed at 17?
I had a really bad kidney infection that was spreading. We didn't know what was going on either. I lost like 25, 30 pounds. So, which was actually probably 40 pounds less than I am now. So as you can imagine, it's extremely dangerous.
Jesus.
My organs started shutting down, going into hibernation because my body just wasn't able to sustain itself. Ended up in the hospital for a few months, had to gain all that weight back very quickly, which is oddly awful to do. You'd think, oh, just laying there eating milkshakes. Like, no, it hurts to do that. But I've been healthy since. Definitely an eye-opening experience, but I'm really glad I had like my parents to get me through it.
I love that. Yeah. So wait, how's your relationship with your parents?
It's good. I mean, I'm really thankful to be one of those people that like they did support me.
Right.
You know, they weren't just like, get out of our house. You want to do YouTube for a living?
Yeah.
You know, they were definitely those people where they both came from families that weren't, you know, super well off. They had to put themselves through college. So when it came to me, they were like, hey, you need to go to college. You need to go to grad school. That's the only way to make a life for yourself. So I like go to college and I'm like, this just like doesn't feel right. I'm like changing my major, but like I'm still striving for straight A's to like make my family proud. And then all this opportunity started coming up. Brent came into my life. My parents were like, you know what? We will support you taking a 6-month break to try. And I have not been back to school since.
Wow. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Your story is really similar to Pierson's.
Really?
Yeah. The whole call. Wait, how did you get in touch with Brent? It's so funny. Brent is kind of like recruiting people and stuff like that for the AMP thing, and then it's like, I love that.
I mean, I was the first girl because at the time his little sister, Lexi as well, was still in high school and super busy.
Sure.
So he had been in the Stokes twins at the time, and then I think me and Andrew signed at the same time, but he was looking for a girl to add. I came up somehow, I think, on an Explore page, and he was testing out girls. Like, the fit was just kind of right.
Right.
But yeah, he literally just DM'd me, and it was funny because right off the bat, like, I didn't take it as like oh, this guy's hitting on me.
Right.
I immediately took it as like a business thing because like Brent just comes off very like, you know, not like flirty weird.
Sure.
Like he comes off as like business.
It's so funny. I've known you for a little while now, and you come over a lot, and we do poker nights, and we have dog play dates, and it's very interesting to get to know like kind of how you're about, because these aren't conversations we normally have, which is funny.
Yeah.
You seem like you don't like it.
No. Like I love it, but I feel like we're always like with a ton of people,
which
is epic. But like we never really get that time to just like
talk.
You
went to CSU San Marcos.
Yeah.
Wait, where are you from? Where did you grow up?
Oh man, okay.
Why did you go to CSU San Marcos? Because I grew up in Carlsbad, and that's very close to San Marcos.
I lived in La Jolla for 9 years.
Wow.
And then we moved to Bakersfield, which, if you don't know, is
I know where Bakersfield
the
is.
asshole of California for very obvious reasons. And then we moved back to San Diego, but we moved to like North San Diego.
Right.
So I was like 20 minutes from San Marcos College. So I went there, and then I literally went to Carlsbad every day. Like, I'm surprised we never ran into each other.
That is fucking nuts.
I know.
What
San Diego people are the best.
Honestly, yeah, they are. I mean, there's some assholes, but not as much as there are in LA.
Yeah, not as many.
Okay, so you have a lot of cool shit going on in your life. Yes.
Really?
Yes. Tell me more, because I read something, and obviously we're friends, so I know a lot of this. But with your merch, what's the whole deal with that?
Oh, yeah. I try. So like mental health has always been like something I'm super passionate about, something that I want to make an impact with, and definitely is my platform for. And even if I had 100 followers, I'd still be talking about it and hoping that one person catches on or like appreciates it. But I struggled with mental health my whole life. So when I wanted to start a clothing brand, I was like, I want a brand that not only raises like awareness and money for mental health, but just overall spreads positivity. I'd love to get it to the point where, you know, people come on and like kind of tell their stories more on the page. But starting off slow, we had like a few clothing options.
Sure.
And then I decided to do something like a little bit of a curveball. But similar to a weighted blanket, I make weighted stuffed animals.
The weighted llama is fucking awesome.
The weighted llama. You can like lay it on your chest, just kind of relax, cuddle with it, take it with you, and 15% goes to my favorite kids' mental health charity.
It's amazing. So were you affected by mental health, or what made you... Oh.
Yeah.
Do you want to get into that at all? You don't have to if you don't want to.
No, I'm an open book, honestly. Sure. Like, I'm happy that I've gotten to a point where I can be an open book, and, you know, if my journey can help anyone, that's epic, because when I was younger, like, I feel like mental health was at a place where I thought I was the only one.
Sure.
So I'm so grateful that there's people sharing their stories, and people are like, oh, I'm not the only one. There's nothing wrong with me. I'm not weird.
Right.
It's literally just my brain doing brainy things that we don't want it to be doing. But yeah, I've struggled with multiple mental health issues my whole life. Depression, anxiety, suicidal thoughts, self-harm, like the list goes on. And I think the one thing I always held on to is like just trusting that my future will be better.
Right.
And like looking back, I'm really glad I held on to that and like did survive it, because I never would have experienced the great things that have happened in the last few years.
110%. I think that's really something awesome. I've been trying to do something very similar for a really long time. I mean, I've lived countless lives, and something that I really resonate and like is the fact that you do stuff like that. And there's no I hate to say it, but with a lot of social media creators and influencers, at least in my experience, it's most of the time it's a money grab. Merch is a money grab, and you know, you make the money, and when people stop buying the merch, you fucking dump it away, and you're done.
No,
and that's something to do is you genuinely care. Like you want to help, and like for me, I battled growing up. Obviously, I had a very traumatic childhood, and something I talk about very openly now, because I know that, you know, there's people going through it, and I know they feel like, why is the world pegged against me and stuff like that. But I was anorexic for a really long time, and something I was battling my like physical appearance, and which made me very mentally not okay.
Of course.
And so it's something where it's like, you know, I was in and out of mental hospitals or mental treatments, or what we called the sound room, which is weird why we all called it that, because it was the most quiet place ever, which I think is like kind of why we called it that. But it was kind of like, you know, a bunch of us who had eating disorders or mental health problems, and people who try to kill themselves, like we'd go there for a week, and like they'd monitor us and like, you know, stuff like that. And this is, again, something I never talk about ever. This is something I just, you know, haven't thought about, but like seeing how you do the merchandise and you do all these cool things to kind of, you know, I feel like in a way say fuck you depression, and it's kind of like, you know, but also that's why I make the music and stuff like that. It's like you're showing people like, hey, I went through all this shit, and yet I'm able to do this, and it's like something that's like cool.
And I think everyone has like their own expressive outlet for like the bullshit they've been through in life. I mean, I think that's why I resonate with like your music so much. I mean, you know how often I listen to like Remember Me Happy.
Lexi tags me in a lot of
I'm probably Alex's #1 fan.
Yeah. Which makes me happy, which is kind of cool, because I know when I show you something, I know you're going to be honest with me, but also you're an active user of my content.
Yeah.
Which is like, it's not like just one of my friends I'm showing my like my friend Calvin. He loves the music, but he's not afraid to tell me it's dog shit. And that's something where it's like, I feel like Lexi, you'd be the same way, because you actively listen to my music.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
I mean, that's why I've always been too scared, as you know, but like I've always wanted to start a singing career, because like I want to write music.
We're gonna do a Christmas album
about that stuff.
We're gonna do a Christmas album. Me and Lexi are doing a Christmas album. We were talking about it.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, but you're still under investigation, so don't forget about that part. I know we're getting all ooey gooey and stuff like that. Is there so you have your merchandise? Is there anything else you're working on that, you know, you're pretty passionate about right now?
I'd say like that's the biggest thing.
Sure.
Still just like chugging along on YouTube, trying to like figure out my path on that and make an impact with that as well. And then working on like singing this year. Was
there ever a backup plan before social media? You just fully, you know, balls deep to the wall, went for it?
I mean, I believe that if you're not giving 110% to something, you don't know if it's going to work. Like,
God fucking damn it. You and Pierson both have said the same fucking shit.
I'm so sorry.
That I, like, in the last one too, it's like you were saying everything that I've said, and it's like, you won't know until you give it everything you have. I generally think, don't think, and don't quote me on this, kids, stay in school and all this shit. But for me, what applies to me is going to be completely different for you guys. But for me, I was like, if I don't put my everything, as in like balls to the wall, and I keep using that, and go straight for it, like I'm not going to be able to achieve it, or at least figure out if I like it or not.
I mean, that's why like I put a big pause button on college, because I was like, I can't be giving like 60% to school, 40% to this. Like both of them, I'm going to fail.
Right.
And I'm going to have a really hard time mentally. And
100%.
so I was like, I'm going to give 110%. I was really blessed to have that opportunity with,
Right.
you know, I had $10 in my bank account, but like my parents helped me out with gas and food.
That's awesome.
And it worked.
That's amazing. I don't know. It's really cool to learn more things about my friends, which is kind of cool having this show.
Yeah.
Which I genuinely enjoy. But on that topic, you went to UC San Marcos for how long?
2 years. I finished 2 years.
And what were you going there for? Like, what did you want to be?
Business administration. So
What does that mean?
I actually grew up wanting to be like a surgeon.
Oh, what?
So
I'm sorry, I would not trust you operating on my ass.
What?
Are you kidding?
I was good. Like,
What? I feel like it's like you just cut into an ex-boyfriend and be like, I'm a surgeon now.
what? No.
You were like Cobra, where you were very crazy
What?
in a good way.
I don't think crazy is the right word. I think
Passionate.
like passion. There we go.
It's great. Synonym.
Well, both my parents worked in administration at hospitals my whole life. So
Oh,
like,
wow.
I grew up at a hospital.
Sure.
And I loved surgery. And I took actually some med classes in high school to like kind of prep for going to med school at one day.
Right.
I had the opportunity to like go intern, go shadow, go meet a lot of doctors and physicians, and I loved it. And then I like right before I graduated high school, I was like, you know what? Like for me, spending 10 years in school and not being able to travel, not being able to see the world, like that's not the sacrifice I'm willing to give up. So I decided to switch to the business side of things, and I actually wanted to go into administration of hospitals, just like my parents.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Is that something?
And now I make videos for people to hopefully laugh at.
I love that. Do you think that? Do you think that? And I don't know how to phrase this, because something for me is like, you know, I constantly live with the fact that my parents aren't with me anymore. So that's something where I can't understand if they're proud or not. Do you think your parents are proud of what you're doing now?
I think they are. I mean, I guess I know they are. I think it's more me that like I struggle to be proud of myself.
Why?
I don't know. I mean, I grew up like I've always just been like a naturally like insecure and like shy person, and overcoming the shyness has been like pretty epic. But yeah, I mean, battling all of that and then battling like some of the severe bullying I went through, like
You got bullied?
you're kidding.
Actually?
We haven't had this conversation.
No.
I got bullied to the point where I had to move towns.
What'd you do?
What did I do?
No, I'm kidding.
Existed,
I'm
joking. I cried.
You know that I was heavily bullied.
Put a target on my back.
Right, but what would they say?
Well, let's see.
If you don't have to talk about this if you don't want to either. You're totally okay not to.
I'm open, but
okay, cool.
I actually used to go by Alex.
Oh yeah, I forgot you have the same name as me.
When I moved towns, I decided to like start over and change my name, but there was an Alex Hensler Kill Yourself Twitter page. Our house got vandalized. I had food thrown at me. I was given a concussion by a guy. They put me on dates, and then when the guy didn't show up, they all stood there laughing. And that was...
Why?
Honestly, I don't know. It sounds stupid, but my mom would always say like it was jealousy because I started doing a lot of acting in LA, and I lived in a small town, and it was in the news, and I don't know. I also was just an easy target because I cared a lot. I cried a lot.
Any of you fuckers who bullied Lexi Hensler in middle school / high school, fuck you.
I think my favorite message I've gotten to this day was like 2 years ago. This guy from high school DM'd me and said, and I quote, "I'm sorry I told you to kill yourself every day of high school. I recently started going through depression, and now I understand what you were going through." That's
mad. That's fucking sad. I mean, I trust me, I got my fair share of bullying, and, you know, a lot of the things you're saying is resonating with me a lot, but that's something where it's like, you know, it's just crazy. Like, Lexi, think about it for a second. You are ultra successful, and I don't care how hard you are on yourself. I don't care. No, don't even give that face. Shut up. I don't care how hard you are on yourself and stuff like that. You have made an impact, and that's something where it's like you're doing a lot of great things, and like it's bizarre to think that, you know, there's kids watching this who are going through exactly what you went through, and they look at you, and it's like, what the fuck? It's like, I could do that, and that's something so beautiful. How did you find your way out of it? Like, out of not the depression, because I feel like in our state of jobs, I think we're always going to be depressed in some exact way. But what was kind of your way of, like, what was your outlet? How did you get out of it? I see you're an avid boxer.
Man, it's so hard, because especially when like you're that young going through that, like you're not thinking like, oh, I should go on a walk and like maybe I should do this for my mental health. Like you're just trying to survive it.
Right.
You don't have that knowledge base yet. And honestly, I was too scared to tell my parents anything. Like I would lock myself in my bathroom so that I knew they couldn't hear me crying at night.
Right.
Until someone literally forced me to tell my parents because it got to the point of attempting to take my life. And for me, it was literally one of those things where like I found the happy moments.
Yeah.
I found reasons to hold on. I think it really was just a surviving everyday thing. And just like I kind of mentioned earlier, like looking to the future and like thinking of the life that I wanted. And even though I didn't think I could achieve it, like I still held on to that because I was like, this can't last forever. And it didn't. And like, that's something I want everyone to know. It's literally a quote I have on my back. My mom knew this wonderful lady who survived the Holocaust, and it's something that she said.
Yeah.
And it's that nothing is permanent. So yeah, no matter how freaking awful or painful something is, like it is going to change. And if you can just hold on and like find someone to talk to, and not everyone's going to understand because I told people, and I swear some of the people I told, they thought it was like contagious. Like it's, it's like, oh, I'm really depressed. They're like, oh God, I'm going to dip out. But
yeah. I think also though, and the beautiful thing of this, and it's like, I've said this on a few podcasts now, and it's something that I think really resonates a lot. And, I battle with depression all the time. That's something that, I work through, and it's not a secret. I you listen to one of my fucking songs, you'll know. But genuinely speaking, it's something where it's like everything you go through, and especially something so traumatic and hard like that. And it's like, you've been blessed in your life with amazing parents, and that's something great, or at least I think, I don't know. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. That's something that's like you go through something and it prepares you to who you are now. And it's something that's like, I don't know. I think it's beautiful. I think you're ultra successful for everything you've gone through, and that's just absolutely fucking insane. But on that topic, what do you do for your mental health now? Like
now I do have a lot more tools, which is good.
You have awesome friends like me.
I have amazing friends like you and Cover. Finding those people, and it took a while, let me tell you, to find people that are there for you and get you and listen to you.
Sure.
And those people that like make you just want to hold on.
Right.
But I did finally find those people later in life, in my 20s. Exercising is insane.
I just started going to the gym.
Like it helps so much. Like literally after a workout, like I'm just like happy and like listening to music, like with my windows down, driving.
Right.
If I don't go to the gym, I'm like laying in bed, like.
Right. I get that 100%. I don't know. I'm blown away by your story. I think it's absolutely beautiful. But on a more happier subject, we'll get off of this because it is pretty deep. Boyfriends. That's something. I've known you for a little bit, and
you know.
I know a lot about you,
my
Lexi.
dating life.
What is, because I know there's been a few videos you've posted of like, dating 24 guys in 24 hours or stuff like that, or something around that line.
An experiment gone wrong.
Right, exactly. Is that something where it's like, I think really what I'm getting at is like, how's it been? Like, is it something where it's like, what are you looking for in a guy? And essentially you're not in a relationship now, or at least what
Are you asking for Michael or?
No, I'm asking in general, like to get to know you better. Is it something that's like I kind of want to just get to know you more. What is it? For my investigation, obviously.
I went through some traumatic relationships.
Sure.
Growing up, I think I got so used to being in this like fight or flight response from bullying and other trauma that I gravitated towards a man that would be really emotionally abusive towards me, unfortunately.
Sure.
Something that I've grown and come out of. And I've honestly spent the last year and a half just bettering myself, bettering my mind, bettering my outlook, gravitating to healthier people.
Mm-hmm.
I've gone on some dates. I don't think I was ready to date for a long time, which is something that I had to like know. But yeah, I mean, I would love to find that person. Like, you know me, I'd have to be with someone like funny and dumb and goofy,
right,
but also
Michael.
someone that like.
My friend Michael has a big crush on you.
Someone that works really hard.
Yeah.
That's
you're
kicker.
looking for someone who matches your energy. And I think that's something that's like you don't want to fix someone. I think I think that's what you were looking for a really long time, and I think you're finally being honest with yourself, which is beautiful in its own way. Which is Amazing. I don't know.
Yeah. I just love to have what you and Cover have one day.
Me and Cover struggled a lot in the beginning. I think that was something where, you know, she was used to a certain lifestyle in the beginning, and I was kind of just ready to hunker down and be like, I'll give you everything in the world and stuff like that. And it took a lot of compromise. And I think over time and all the mistakes that she had made and the mistakes I made in our relationship in the beginning, you know, and not a lot of people know this, some people know this, it's something where it's like, you know, we've just gone through fucking everything. We've gone through the hardest moments in life, you know. I've hurt her in a way where she's cried. She's hurt me in a way that she's cried. And it's something where, you know, it's a very, very real relationship. And that's something that I think is beautiful in its own sense. I think if you view fighting in a positive way of kind of like you're getting your emotions out and you're kind of relaying to someone else how you feel, and
growing
they get
from
to
it.
and you get to realize the mistakes you make, or you know what upsets someone and what doesn't. It's a beautiful thing. And I don't know, maybe I'm just a fucking cynic for thinking that fighting is a beautiful thing in a relationship. But
fighting's realistic, but it's also, you know, it's like you grow together, and like you and Cover have done that beautifully. And honestly, just like walking into your house and like the big family you guys have built, and just like the friends and everyone just always feeling like safe to be with you guys. Like that's something really beautiful.
I know. I like to think so. So how's it living with Pierson now that we're on the topic of family? You guys are kind of like sisters in a way.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like me, Pierson, and Logan at this point, because we live with her little brother too, are like family. Like, you know, even her parents, like they are able to come over a lot because they're like 30 minutes away.
Oh, wow.
Whereas my parents are a little further, and we're one big family. Logan's like the little brother that I always wanted, and I'm kind of glad I didn't get now. Pierson, she's amazing. I mean, coming home at the end of the day and literally just like laying on the couch next to her and just being like, man, that was a day.
Right.
Or, you know, celebrating our wins together, or like whatever it is, getting her a cake with like all of her recent accomplishments on it, because we just need to take those moments to celebrate. Like, it's been really, really cool.
Yeah, we mentioned in Pierson's interview that you were one of the best gift givers. Like, when I say Lexi is the best gift giver, we take her, like me and Cover take people out to dinner. It's kind of our thing to like go out to dinner with our group of friends and have a good time. Lexi got upset that we didn't let her pay a $1,000 check, and so she then sent us $1,000 worth of flowers, which was something of just I was like, that's so fucking bizarre. Like usually it's like an IOU or I'll get the next one, and then this lady goddamn sends us a whole bouquet and a half of roses hand picked in the fucking Himalayas or something.
I think it took over like 10 vases.
It's insane. No, it's insane. But on that topic, and to get back into a deeper conversation now that we're there, do you think that, you know, the things that you do for your friends, the things you do for the people you care about is kind of a way of making up for maybe the bullying you got, and kind of just, is it like an outreach of it? You can say, no, I'm never right.
No, I mean, I've actually never thought about it like that. So that's like
you were an amazing friend, almost
really?
To the point where you're such a good, amazing friend that you're probably the best friend, which to me is like someone who I've been bullied as well, and I'm not used to it. I'm really not used to someone kind of treating me like.
No, trust me, like, it used to freak me out when people would be kind to me.
So I sometimes wonder, and keep in mind, I could be totally wrong, but to me, it makes me think that, like, especially after hearing your story of how much you've been bullied, is something that's like, you know, you finally are surrounded by people you care and love about, and you want to treat them right.
I think one of the biggest things for me is, like, I want everyone that I encounter to feel, like, so loved. Mm-hmm. And, like, I care a lot about people, and it's like, you know, just like the kindness you guys have showed me, like, I just want you to know, like, with an overwhelmingly amount of love, like, how I feel about you guys back. And I've like literally been told by people, like, I'm probably too much sometimes. Like,
sure, I know. I've seen you drunk.
Yeah, I mean, I meant more with the gift giving and stuff, but you know, yeah.
You're 24, so it's legal.
It is legal.
That's crazy. I don't think you're 24. I think you're lying to me.
Do you want to see my ID?
Yeah, let me see your ID.
It's not here.
Okay, well then why would you offer to show me your ID? All right, so what do you think is the... Wow, we're getting really deep. What do you think is the problem with you?
With me?
Yeah, like, what? Like, I'm very blunt. The thing is like, what, for me, it's like, I don't know if I'd be able to say, like, what my problem is, but what do you think's your biggest weakness? Like, because everyone has one, but no one's really open to talking about it. Like, what is your biggest issue?
I think that's something that, like, I do think about a lot, because for me, in, like, my journey on this earth, and my one life that I'm given, I want to be the best version of me possible. Right. So, like, finding those weaknesses, and instead of just, like, locking them away in a closet and shoving them aside, like, I want to work through them. You know, all the people I've encountered that have hurt me or done me wrong, you know, I think if they were willing to, like, take a second to think about why they're doing that, they would stop hurting people too. So it's something that is really important to me to actually like really look at like my weaknesses and grow from them. And my mom always, she's so cute. She never says the word weaknesses. She says areas for growth.
Yeah.
So one of mine is definitely the fact that I do care so hard. Like I will jump off the deep end into a friendship or relationship with someone.
Yeah.
To the point where it's like I'll pay their rent and I'll just not look back.
That's how I am.
And it can be a little dangerous for me to
You can get used. You can get taken advantage.
And I have a lot.
Girl, me too. Join the club.
We're here now. We're doing better now.
How do we prevent it?
It's funny because I've thought about that. And I think at the end of the day, I would rather love someone so hard and get used than to be like, you know what? I didn't really give 100%.
I fucking hate you and Pierson. You guys give the exact same answers that I give people. If you ask any one of my friends why I let people take advantage of me, is I quite literally say that exact statement. I'd much rather get taken advantage of, but know I'm giving everyone my all, opposed to not giving people the common decency I think they deserve.
Yeah.
And if I'm getting taken advantage of, so be it. Karma's a bitch, and that's the end of the day, but at least I did everything I could.
Exactly.
I hate you. I hate you.
See, he's saying I love you.
I am, but it's like, really it's fucking annoying. Shit.
Other things I suck at. Let's see. Weaknesses.
Who's Christian Wilson?
My ex.
Oh. Why'd you break up with him?
Few reasons.
Okay. You want to talk about it?
No.
Okay. Yeah, we don't have to.
And the only reason I won't is because respecting his privacy.
Beautiful. No, I love it. I just saw it on my. If you guys don't know how the podcast works, if this is your first podcast or tuning into mine, I have a dossier in front of me with a bunch of information about Lexi. My producers and my team come up with it. It's something beautiful and it's something majestic about it.
that literally just slapped me in the face. Like I haven't heard that name in a long time.
Really?
Yeah.
Have all your relationships been like a certain way, or do you did it get to a point where you kind of like evidently kind of just went, I deserve better, or is it kind of just all been like, stand-up guys, or walk me through it? Like what's the dating life been of Lexi Hensler?
There have been a couple like pretty rough ones.
Yeah.
Whether it's like, if we're just going like 100% into the deep end, like a guy that raped me.
Oh wow.
A guy that verbally abused me. A guy that would like walk up to me in high school in front of my friends and be like, why the fuck do you look like that? Like, yeah, we're seeing how the like suicide attempt came about.
Yeah, holy fucking shit. Hey, pieces of shit out there. What the fuck? Oh my God.
Within that, there were a couple good guys that they meant well, but I think we were both really young and immature and we both had things to grow on. Mm-hmm. But I think with each relationship, because I give so much, it took me so long to be able to be like, I can't fix this by loving you this hard.
Right.
Like, I deserve better and I need to step away. And no matter how hard that breakup was, like, getting out of that situation and, like, literally people coming up to me and being like, what happened? You've been so happy lately. And I'm like, I lost my baggage.
Jesus fucking Christ.
The breakup station.
Wow.
Maybe not the best analogy, but
no. I
I mean?
understand though. That's something where it's like, truthfully, I don't know how to react to that. I think that's something it's so beautiful that you're even able to talk about that. That's something that's like, and I know I keep saying that, but genuinely speaking, this is something where like, I've known you for a little while now, and it's something that I don't know exactly how to maneuver, where it's like, I haven't gone through that. And it's something where it's like, it is absolutely amazing that you are sitting here across from me talking about this with such a I hate even saying it, educational way for people watching and being inspired by you. And that's something where it's like, I'm sorry that has happened to you. I mean, it's nuts.
I think for me, like, being able to talk about it, like, each time I talk about it, I can, like, let go of the control it has over me a little more versus, like, and of course, everyone heals differently. But for me, like, if I were to just bottle it up inside and never tell anyone, it would almost feel like this dirty secret. But it's not. It's not my fault that I was raped.
Right.
Like, none of it's my fault. Like, it's that person who clearly has a mental illness's fault.
Right.
And I'm able to, like, let go of pieces of that and, again, just, like, be completely open with my story.
I don't want to repeat myself. It's just insane. Like, I quite literally, this is one of the, I know it's only my third, but I've done a lot of podcasts. I've been on a lot of podcasts, and this is something where it's like, I genuinely think people listening to this are going to see this in a way love. I don't know. It's just it's cool. I don't know. It's cool to be able to know you better. It's cool to be able to see that like the greatest picture of everything is like that people genuinely. I don't know. I'm having trouble explaining it, but I can just imagine people watching this and like who love you and don't know you've been through it. Because like on screen, and the whole reason I do this podcast is because you put yourself out there as how you want to be portrayed. And it's like people will see that and they'll interpret it in their own ways. And especially with our jobs, people will think anything about you and anything about me. And I remember a lot of people were like, oh, he's such a privileged kid. His parents probably pay for all his stuff. And it's like, well, my parents are dead, so I don't know what they're paying for. But it's like, it's something where it's like, it is just so interesting and it's so fascinating and it's so heartbreaking and heart-wrenching and inspirational and just beautiful and all this stuff. And it's like, I don't know. I'm speechless in a way.
I know it's funny because we spent all this time together, but like we haven't really
talk about this.
We haven't really gotten.
But how do
deep.
you authentically bring this up in a conversation?
I don't know. This has been a great opportunity.
I know.
But I've literally been thinking, I'm like, man, like I want to get to know Alex a lot better. Like I know pieces of his story, but like I haven't been able to talk to him about it.
Yeah, I mean, I have a very, very extent history. I've been shot. I've been.
Yeah, that one threw me for a curveball.
It throws a lot of people through a curveball because it doesn't really feel like the same thing. But something I actually wanted to ask you. I mean, do you feel like there's a theme between people? Like I've interviewed 3 people now, and it's like it's something where it's like I've noticed a lot of people in our space are a bit depressed or a bit like they've gone through something. Like everyone I feel like who chooses this job choose it because they've gone through something. And I think that's a majority of the people who do this job is they feel like they've been hurt in a way. They feel like they've been bullied. They feel like there's a place in their heart that they need to inspire and create and do something to influence other people. And do you think everything you've gone through has kind of put you in the position to where you are now, where you want to help people in like a more broader way of making content and making them feel a certain way and allowing them an escape from maybe something that you have gone through?
Yeah, I mean, I think 100%. I mean, even as a kid before everything, I was always just kind of like this, like just like wanted to like help people and be involved and stuff. But this definitely, inspired that path as well as kind of gave me the strength for it because, some of the stuff I went through in high school, now it's like some of the comments I'm like, oh, have you seen that TikTok where it's like someone like stabs you and you're like, did you just try to stab me?
I saw that, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, it's definitely prepared me to like go through like anything at this point. Well, almost anything. You're fucking, everyone's so young in this goddamn space. I know, we're still babies.
So fucking young. What time, wait, when do you want to get married? Not what time. When do you want to get married? Like, do you see yourself in the next 5 years getting married and, slowing down, or what do you think?
I don't know if I'll ever be able to slow down.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think it's in my nature.
You have a very good work ethic. Which is cool.
Thank you. I think it's there. Talk about a weakness. I'm like a workaholic. Like, I don't know when to rest.
I feel like that's almost all of us, though.
Pierson's like, when's the last time you slept? And I'm like,
you come to my house and you're like, I haven't slept in 48 hours. And you like brag about it. And I'm like, oh, cool. Nice. Are you religious at all?
Not really. Like, I definitely believe in a higher power. And I believe that after losing my grandma, that she's up there somewhere. Yeah. But I just don't really follow like any organized religion. Right. Yeah. I really like Buddhism.
Oh, do you? Mm-hmm. I don't know anything about Buddhism.
Basically, it's just believing in, being a good person to be a good person, like at the end of the day.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
I feel like all the religions kind of, have the same morale of kind of just like treat everyone the way you want to be treated and that exact kind of,
I mean, sensitive topic, but that's why I always think it's like so crazy that people kill and hate over religion when it's like at the end of the day, we're all just believing in like a higher power and being a good person. Right. Like when you really break it down. Like I have a lot of Jewish family. I have a lot of Catholic family. Mm-hmm. It's very similar.
Are you Jewish?
Ethnically, yes. I was not raised Jewish, though.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I'm learning. I feel like I didn't even fucking know you. I was like, who the fuck is this person? That's nuts. You have a dog named Benji.
I do.
I have 3 dogs. I have 3 Aussies. You have 1. They have a lot of play dates. Now. Yeah, for now. If you keep influencing my girlfriend to get more fucking animals, that might be a problem. Oh my gosh. But yeah, that's something where I've noticed you're very, 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 very passionate about animals. Extremely passionate about animals. Where did that come from?
I don't know. I mean, I've always like thought animals were cute. Sure. But like on the deeper side, I feel like it's like an animal is just a really innocent being who will never hurt you or lie to you or bully you. Right. I'm like, that's dope. They deserve the whole world. Yeah. Try to give my dog the whole world.
You do. You spoil the fuck out of your dog.
Yeah, so does Clover.
I know. I get it. It's like it's so. Every time Lexi comes over, it's like we need more chickens. We need more. We need more dogs. And there's like 5 dogs running around a small living room, and they're like running into everyone. And she's like, it's not full enough.
Yeah, like when my dog broke her laptop.
Oh my God. I remember the first day I met Lexi,
Literally.
her dog broke my laptop. And
The
it was
fact
like
that he didn't like hate me after that.
well, it's not your fault. The dog doesn't know any better.
I feel like some people like
No.
would.
With monetary, I over time, and I don't know if you're the same way, with monetary things, I really don't give a shit. Like my car, I have really nice cars. And then something where most people, and I don't know if this is a bad or good thing. For me, it's kind of like I kind of do whatever with my cars. I have a Tesla that is fairly expensive, and I kind of do whatever. I jump it, I drift it, I speed, and I
have seen that.
Yeah, but a lot of people are like, oh, why do you not care? Like this is something. It's like at the end of the day, monetary stuff. Maybe I'm just privileged to the point where I've been able to build this something where I can say this. But it's like I value connection more than monetary. Like if it's just I don't know. Maybe I'm a.
I mean that's why I was like, let me pick up the $1,000 check for dinner because like. For me, and of course this is from like a place of privilege because I didn't feel this way when I was dirt broke.
Yeah.
But
girl, I was homeless. You know this.
You were, but yeah, it's like I never want money to be something that like stresses me out that much or comes in the way of a friendship or something. Right. Because I know money is literally like the number one reason for divorce, but it's like something monetary that can be replaced versus like a relationship that can be replaced. Like, yeah, don't let it hold that much weight if you can.
Yeah. I completely agree, Lexi Hensler. Alexandra Hensler, to be exact. I didn't even know that. You came over to my house one time and you're like, oh, we have the same name. And I was like, what the fuck? What the fuck? So, okay, your acting journey. What's that been like?
It's so funny because I was so painfully shy as a kid that my parents, mostly my dad, was like, oh, you know what'll cure the shyness? If we throw her on stage.
It might, honestly.
And he was right.
Yeah.
It sounds crazy, but I literally cried all the way to acting camp. And then I came home that day and I was like, I love this so much. Like, oh my gosh. So I grew up acting and singing and theater. Started working professionally for a theater when I was like 13, 14.
Wow.
Doing a ton of shows, which is amazing. Went to LA acting classes. And my mother would drive from San Diego to Bakersfield 6 hours, pick me up, drive 2 hours to LA, sleep in the car for 2 hours while I was in acting class, and then drive me 2 hours home from there. Like she gave everything, and it's actually one of those 100% things where I made that decision for my family, where I was like, I can't give acting 100%. I don't live in LA. I'm in school. I'm still 15, so I'm gonna bow out. Mm-hmm. I don't want my parents spending all that money if I can't do it. Can't give it 100%. And if it finds me again one day, amazing. If not, kind of sad, but. But yeah, I did some stand-up shows in LA. Did a lot of...
Like comedy?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah. It's fun.
Really?
Yeah.
That's so cool.
But yeah, I bowed out, and then...
What's a bow out?
I bowed out of acting. I let it go. Let my parents save the money because I didn't think it was going to work at the time.
So do you not still want to be an actor?
I do.
Is that the end goal?
I mean, I would...
Or a stand-up comedian?
I would love to do acting again. I would even love more to like be a singer.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just glad that like I'm back in that creative space. Like I ran away from it. I was like, I'm gonna go to college. I'm gonna do what everyone tells me to do.
Right.
And it's funny that I still ended up here.
I know that is pretty crazy. I think it's also cool is you're kind of trying everything. I could sit here and ask you what the end goal is, but I genuinely don't think you have an idea of what you want. But I've heard you talk for a little while now, and it sounds to me you're very, 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 very passionate about singing.
Yeah.
So I feel like I don't know. I feel like you'd enjoy that a lot.
We'll see.
Yeah. What was your stand-up routine like?
Once I find my balls.
God damn it. What was your stand-up routine like? Walk me through it. Come on now.
Oh man.
You remember any of it?
I mean, I was 16 at the time too, so it was rough.
What you got?
It was fun.
Wow me. Let's hear it.
Oh no!
Come
Why
on,
are you doing
at
this
least
to
one.
me?
At least one.
I mean, I would kind of just make fun of my brother because the Air Force made him an intelligence officer, but God sure didn't.
Okay, that's good.
Is it?
Yeah,
Is
I like
it?
that.
Okay.
I like that. Oh, wait, so you have a brother?
Yeah.
Let me just look up. Your older brother is Blake, Brent, Bryce. Whoa, what the fuck?
That's Lexi Rivera.
Has 3 older brothers. Is that Lexi Rivera?
Yeah,
that's
Lexi
not you.
Rivera.
What's your older brother's name?
Cole.
Yeah, that's not on here. Guys, fuck. All right, so Cole, he's in the Air Force.
Yeah.
How's that? My brother's a Marine.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah, I know your brother.
So we both have brothers in military too.
Yeah.
That's scary.
Yeah, it was really scary growing up.
It's something, especially in the world in now. It's fucking disgustingly scary. Is he still in the Air Force?
Yeah.
What, is he fly like jets and shit?
No, he doesn't do that, but I don't know. I don't think I can really talk about him like publicly.
We'll move on. I think this was.
I'll tell you about it later.
Okay, no, that's fine. I'm super interested. Sorry, I just wanted to know, but I understand. Okay, are you like astrology wise? Do you believe in anything like that?
I think it's really cool.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. Like maybe it's real, maybe it's not.
Do you?
I like it.
What, you're a Sagittarius?
I am.
What does that mean?
Well, it's interesting. Like Sagittarius is like a very loyal person who likes to travel.
Okay, so you believe in it.
I mean, like,
if you asked me what a Virgo does, I wouldn't know.
I think it's cool. Like, I don't know. I don't like live by it. I'm like, oh, you're a Virgo, we can't be friends. But
can Sages and virgins?
I don't know that much. Virgins, I'm friends with Calvin.
Yeah, Calvin's a virgin. I love how this all results back to Calvin at the end of the day. This is like the proper theme of it all. It's so crazy. We've talked about so many deep things already to the point where it's like, holy fucking
What's
shit.
left, you know?
No, there's a ton left. I think at the end of the day, we're just building up to it. Okay, your stand-up routine was good. I kind of want to hear more of it, but we'll move on for a little bit. You met Brent. How did you meet Brent?
He just DM'd me on Instagram.
I feel like that's a common theme. Does he just DM everyone he wants to join?
I mean, probably, because he sees them and he doesn't have their phone number, so.
That makes sense.
It does.
You just made me feel so dumb.
Good. You walked right into that.
I know, I did. I get it. Okay, so you've been a part of AMP practically for 4 years, you said? 3 years?
It'll be 4 years in August.
Do you see yourself staying there for a while? Or are you kind of just ready to flutter out and become your own person?
I don't know. I mean, like, whether, like...
I phrased that so wrong. Like, when I left Hype House, I was like, oh, I want to, like, you know...
I think whether, like, I stay or flutter, like, I just want to make sure, like, we're friends forever and always on good terms.
Right. I mean, that's good. Wow, wait, this was the first publicly time I've ever said I left the Hype House.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Cobra and I are no longer a part of the Hype House.
I know.
You know that. They don't.
Oh, well, you, like, looked me in the eyes as you said that.
Yeah, no, I know. It's something where, you know, it's just... I think at the end of the day, you can understand you're part of a content group. It's just something after a while, and, you know, we were part of Hype from the beginning. We helped create it, and it's just, you know, at a certain given time, it becomes an objective to leave and, you know, start your own thing, like One Direction once did.
That is true.
I like to think...
Look at Zayn now.
Yeah. Wait, what about Harry Styles?
I'm more of a Zayn gal. I don't know.
No, you're not. Okay.
I never liked One Direction.
Wow. Okay.
Wasn't my style.
Why? What was your style?
You know what I listen to.
Screamo?
Yes.
I didn't think you were serious about this. You actually listen to Screamo.
Yes.
Let's hear it.
Literally the last song I listened to.
Let's hear it. It's so funny. I feel so right just talking at this tone with you about like stuff like this, because this is a pretty serious podcast. Wow. Okay. Have you liked Screamo your entire life?
Yeah, since I was younger.
That's crazy. That's cool. My brother listens to Screamo.
Yeah, that's why we get along well.
Is that the kind of music you'd make?
No.
I could see you doing it.
No, I would make like kind of your type of music. I love
like sad, depressing shit about dead people.
Like it's like about something,
right?
And like makes you feel something.
Yeah. So like for me, it's like I grew up again traumatically, and so it's like music that is about trauma is something I just love, and I relate to it, and I love it, and I love crying. It's something weird. I love crying.
Oh, I don't.
I love crying. It's something
I wish I cried more. I feel like it would be healthy, but I just go to the boxing gym at this point.
Was that music something you listened to when you were 15?
I've been listening to it since I was like 12.
Really? Mm-hmm. Wow.
I go from like screamo to like country to like Ariana Grande type stuff, like music that like builds. Oh, and then when I'm on like car rides, I'll sing like Broadway songs.
Dude, we were listening to Greatest Showman on the way here.
Wait, remember when me and Michael were just like singing at the top of our lungs in the car?
Yeah, that's kind of like every time.
Patty wanted to like die.
Yeah. People watching this probably have no idea. If you guys don't know my friend group, it wouldn't make sense. But it does make sense if you've watched my vlogs. It makes sense, the vibe of everyone. Okay, so Brent Rivera, Amp Studios, you don't know what's in store for the future at all. And it's just something you just aren't prepared for, I guess.
Yeah.
That's nice.
I don't know. I mean, I think I think I get scared sometimes that like without them, like I'm nothing or like I'm not good enough to be.
What? Why?
I don't know. But
that don't make sense, Lexi.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I love working with them and I don't know.
Yeah, but without them, you're still Lexi Hensler.
I guess so.
No, I guess so.
But like
you
sometimes
are.
I feel like people only follow me because I'm like friends with them.
Why? No, Lexi. No. Oh, no. You are. I don't even know how to fucking say this. You are very, very, very funny, very talented, awesome, and that's fucking stupid. I'm gonna, as your friend and one of your best friends, I'm gonna say you're being stupid as fuck right now.
I just spilled a Red Bull on my nose.
Oh my god. Okay. You mentioned a few times boxing. Is that a way of kind of like getting out the feeling, like you said, working out and getting healthy mindset? You just need to punch something?
Yeah, I mean, I love it. Like, it's so much fun. It's a really good workout and like just like you just like release everything and just sweat it all out.
With the Paul brothers making such an influence in boxing, do you think that's something you would do?
I don't think I would like do legit fights.
I'd watch you beat a bitch up for sure. I'd watch you. Are you kidding? You have so much built up tension. You'd go fucking ham, dude. You'd go fucking ham.
It's so funny. And like, you know this because Cover's the same way, but it's like, we're both like the most loving people in the world, but we're also super feisty.
I'm so scared of you and Cover. It's insane. Cover is she's like, you and Cover, like, have you seen the Lorax? And there's like that little fucking.
Not in years.
Okay, what? It's like a little like fucking. It's like a little thing, and she's so cute. But then when she gets angry, she gets all big and scary.
Yeah.
That's you and Cover.
Yeah.
You guys are fucking terrifying.
It's a good way to put it.
Yeah. You guys are cute on the outside, and you're all like, oh my god, we just love animals. And if someone like, if someone even says, hey, your dog's fat,
yeah,
you'd be like, what are you doing? It's fucking scary. When did you get into boxing?
It was so funny. So I actually thought it'd be fun to do a YouTube video with Pierson.
Right.
Where we both trained for like one full day and then fought each other. And I just fell in love with boxing.
Really?
Yeah.
Who would win in a boxing competition? You or me?
I think me.
Genuinely?
Yes.
You really think so?
Yes. Do you have any experience?
Yeah.
Oh.
I've boxed Cover. She put on the gloves, we boxed. She won.
Well, if that's your only experience, then yeah, I'd win.
Okay. Who do you have experience with?
What?
Yeah, are you saying anyone?
I decline to answer this question.
Okay. You versus Pierson, roommate versus roommate. Who winning?
In a boxing match?
Yeah.
Well, at this point, it wouldn't really be fair because I box a couple times a week.
Really? She doesn't?
No, she didn't
Yeah,
love
but you
it.
can fight dirty.
I don't know.
No?
I wouldn't want to fight her.
Why?
I could not hurt someone I love. Like, for me to actually like physically hurt someone, like you would have had to like do something really bad to like you or Cover or someone.
Right. You care about us that much?
Yeah.
That's fucking awesome. That's cool.
I would square up with someone like that.
That's kind of sick. I love that so much. Sorry, we
Tiny lethal weapon.
It's so funny because this is my third podcast, and I think this is the first one I've ever gone off like the rail, like where I'm kind of just like not even like paying attention to what's going on on my
Because we're having so much fun.
Yeah. Wait. Why llamas? Why is your merch llamas?
Okay, so you know Emperor's New Groove.
Yeah.
I like loved llamas from then on. I was like, llamas are super cool. And then I like started getting all these photos. I think the Red Bull's hitting me.
Sure.
I started like seeing all these photos of like llamas making funny faces, like and stuff.
Yeah.
And I thought they were just like so fun and like. I literally just post photos on my story of like a llama just being like, and be like, happy Monday, like have a great day. Cause I thought it was just like cool. And then I was like, I want to make a brand like around llamas. Cause like, I feel like llamas are the perfect thing for my brand because it's like, they're unique. They're cool.
Yeah, they're unique.
They're just themselves.
Do you know you stole the llama thing from me?
Sassy. What?
Yeah.
You like llamas?
So if you paid attention on every single one of my YouTube videos for the last 3 years, if you go to the description and you scroll all the way down, it says, llama from Alex.
You're kidding.
Go watch any one of my YouTube videos. If you go to the description, look at all the way to the bottom.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah.
Wait, that's so cool.
It's so cool until you get a freaking, until you get a little cease and desist letter from ye old pal, Alexander.
Wait, did you like my weighted llama?
Yes, actually. What's kind of fucked up is I love it. No, I'm kidding. I actually have had llama in the description of my vlogs for a very long time.
So cool.
I don't know why. I just like llamas.
They're cool.
I had llamas at my house the other day.
Where was I, Alex? Where was I? You want to see the feistiness? It's coming out right now. Where was I?
Her face.
And why was I not invited?
She's pissed. Wait, you didn't know I had llamas in my house? It's when I had the cow over for Tommy.
You had a cow too? You know my password for everything has been cow since I was a little kid?
Why?
I was a cow for my first birthday.
Okay. I know. Yeah, how am I supposed to know that?
You should have.
How am I supposed to know that?
You should have.
Wait, so your password for everything is cow?
Well, it's not just cow.
It's like cow 1, 2,
I'd
3.
be dumb if I told people what it really was.
It's fucking cow 1, 2, 3.
The word cow is in it.
Oh my god. Cow llama.
I have to change my password now.
Okay. Don't forget you're still under investigation. The whole premise of this video is, what the fuck am I saying? I'm not YouTube. That's how bad I am right now. I'm quite literally stuck in YouTube world. I just looked straight at the camera and I said, and that's the premise for today's YouTube video. No. So pretty much what I was thinking is, you know how your crime is you were caught with a very detailed plan for plotting a heinous crime video for your YouTube channel?
It doesn't sound right, but yeah.
Yeah. So in the first time in history of this podcast, you were the first person I've ever found guilty, which is nuts.
I'm guilty of what?
Of the crime.
I'm not, though.
Why? What's your rebuttal?
A, I would never do that video.
Right.
I watched the Stokes twins royally mess up
Oh,
doing
yeah, wait,
any
what
type
happened
of
with
video
that?
like that. Well, they planned like a fake crime video, and they literally got in massive trouble from it.
Right.
So no, I would not do that.
Okay. And then you didn't make a video how many crimes can I commit in 24 hours?
Nope.
That wasn't you?
It's never on the list.
You never did that?
Pretty sure Brent did that.
Were you part of that video?
No. Wait. I reacted to one bit.
Oh, but you were in the video.
I reacted. I didn't know what was happening.
Okay, fine. Well, hold on.
Not guilty.
No. You're not guilty yet.
I'm going to countersue. Yes.
I'm so lost right now.
Me too.
This is something where it's like I've never found anyone guilty, so I'm just gonna.
not, though.
No, I'm gonna say you are guilty. We'll
What?
go from there.
No.
No, yes. Oh wait, actually, this is perfect. Thank you. She is found guilty. This is Lexi Hensler.
You've been found guilty.
That has been.
No.
Keep your hands behind your back.
No.
This is I don't know. This is the first time we've ever done this.
No, Calvin.
This
Sorry.
is also Calvin's first time ever.
I'm sorry, but
I can tell. It's taking him a long time to put the handcuffs on.
Let's go.
No.
Come on, Lexi.
What are you
Lexi
going to do,
Hensler,
Calvin?
before you
Your
leave, is
handcuff.
there anything else you'd like to say?
I would like to say thanks for having me. I love you very much. Subscribe to Alex Warren and stream Remember Me Happy.
That was really nice.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
Lexi Hensler, you're 60 minutes up and you've officially been locked out.
All right. I'm
Get
gonna...
her the fuck out of here.
I'll go.
Let's go. Let's go.
Wait, there's wires. There's wires. Didn't even put these on right.
Today's podcast was a little bit different than what I'm used to. It's something where, you know, this is something really serious and something beautiful in the way that it's been presented. Because of that, in this podcast, I do want to attach a fundraiser. The same fundraiser, if you want to give it a shout out or anything, we're going to link it down below for mental health. And it's something that I feel like a lot of people struggle with. And you know, it's a crazy thing. And it's just, if you want to do it, say anything, because I'm tripping out right now.
Thanks, Alex. That's really cool. The organization is called Your Mom Cares. They're an absolutely incredible organization that is really working on front-of-the-line programs that are directly helping with kids' mental health right now. And I am really stoked. I'm really glad we had this conversation today, and thank you so much.
Thank you, Lexi. Thank you, everyone, for watching. This is definitely a more in-deep podcast, and this is something I'm very proud of, and this is something that, you know, the reason I started doing this podcast was to get to the bottom of creators and internet celebrities and kind of understand what they've gone through, because not a lot of people know and not a lot of people, you know, see that based on what they put out. So I truly appreciate all of you guys watching the podcast, loving it. I see all the love, and it's something that, you know, I'm really proud of. So if you guys want to donate, it'll be down below, and I love you guys, and I'll see you next week.